you Oh, what? Oh, okay. Okay, we'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Welcome to today's Salt Lake City Council meeting. We're happy you're here, whether you're joining us in person or virtually. We hope that you'll continue to participate in whatever manner you feel most comfortable. So we're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance, so if you'll join me in that.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. Before we go through the agenda, I want to quickly go through the registration information and our rules and standards for public meetings. We welcome everyone, and the council's goal is to make sure that everybody at the meeting feels safe and comfortable participating in their government. We invite people to help make this a welcoming space. A respectful and safe environment allows us to conduct the meeting in an orderly and efficient way. Our most basic rule is that any action that causes a disruption to our ability to conduct the meeting or any safety concerns involving threats or unprotected speech are not allowed. These actions or comments may result in removal from the meeting. As a reminder of our public comment registration process, individuals may register to comment on scheduled public hearing items up until the hearing is closed. For the general comment section, we accept signups until 7:30 p.m. The general comment section is limited to a maximum of 1 hour and will only include commenters who register before 7:30. So if you're here to give general comments, please sign up, and remember that it is possible that not everyone who signs up could speak, depending on time. Our first agenda item is A4, a joint ceremonial resolution with Mayor Mendenhall celebrating the Utah Parent-Teacher Association's centennial anniversary in Salt Lake City. I will turn the time over to Councilmember Young, who is going to read the resolution.
Thank you, Chair. All right, so this is the joint resolution celebrating the Utah Parent-Teacher Association's centennial anniversary in Salt Lake City. Whereas in October of 1925, Utah officially joined what was then known as the National Congress of Parents and Teachers, marking the start of a century-long legacy of empowering families and strengthening schools through volunteer-driven leadership and advocacy. And whereas that organization is now known as the Utah Parent-Teacher Association, or PTA, which celebrates its 100th anniversary this year and continues to serve as a powerful voice for children, a trusted resource for parents and guardians, and a strong advocate for public education in communities across our state. And whereas the Utah PTA is recognized as the largest volunteer-based child advocacy organization in the state, and whereas in Salt Lake City, the Utah PTA includes local PTA and Parent-Teacher Student Association, PTSA, organizations serving 19 public schools, and whereas throughout the past century, the Utah PTA has left a lasting impact on schools, families, and communities across Utah by empowering parents, encouraging civic engagement, and ensuring that generations of children benefit from a more equitable, supportive, and well-resourced public education system. And whereas this centennial anniversary provides an opportunity to reflect on Utah PTA's many accomplishments and celebrate its 100 years as an organization working tirelessly to build a system of public education dedicated to the well-being of every child, parent and guardian, educator and community member in the state. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Salt Lake City Council and the Mayor of Salt Lake City recognize and celebrate the Utah PTA Centennial Celebration, marking 100 years of unwavering dedication to strengthening families, empowering educators, and championing every child's right to learn, grow, and thrive. Be it further resolved that the Salt Lake City Council and the Mayor of Salt Lake City encourage all Salt Lake City residents, decision makers, and community advocates to join in honoring the legacy of the Utah PTA and to reaffirm our shared commitment to make every child's potential a reality. Chair, thank you so much.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
Mr. Chair, I move that we adopt the resolution.
Second.
I have a motion from Councilmember Pui and a second from Councilmember Dugan. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, we'll go ahead and vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, and that passes unanimously with Councilmember Lopez Chavez not present.
And
Petro.
Oh, and Councilmember Petro not present. So yes, that passes 5 votes with 2 absents. Okay, let's move to,
No, we're welcoming.
I mean,
Sorry?
PTA.
oh yes, let's do that. So we would like to welcome Kate Corrigan, SLC PTA Council Secretary and West High School PTA President, as well as Fiona Robinson, SLC PTA Council Treasurer, and France Barrel, Associate Support Chair for Utah PTA. Are they all here? Okay, great. Come on up. And if you want to say a few words, please do. And then if we can, we'd love to get a picture with you up here after. Yeah, but yes, go ahead.
Well, oh, there we go. I'm Fiona Robinson, and I've lived in Salt Lake City my whole life. I am very honored to be here today in this beautiful historic building. We have the incredible opportunity to live and serve in Utah's capital city. Salt Lake City has a diverse nature surrounding it. We have beautiful outdoor adventures, while also fortunate to have a growing urban experience. We have an unusual past, but a very promising future. Our schools also reflect this diverse atmosphere. Salt Lake City School District is Utah's flagship district and oldest school district. The boundaries mirror those of Salt Lake City, and just like Salt Lake City, the district and the schools are continually evolving to meet community needs. Brene Brown said, "True belonging feels like something we all crave and need in our lives. We want to be a part of something, but we need it to be real, not conditional or fake or constantly up for negotiation. Belonging is an innate human desire to be part of something larger than us." I became a member of the PTA to become more engaged in my children's life at school. It has given me a purpose and a drive in a structured environment. It has helped me build bonds with school staff, other parents and their children, community members, and even my own children. A student success rates higher when parents are engaged in their learning. I found where I belonged. I found a community, friends, and a place outside of my home and work to gather. Stephen Covey said, "Strength lies in differences, not in similarities." The Salt Lake City Council of the Utah PTA has introduced our theme as Salt Lake City Strong, united in purpose, diverse in approach. We are stronger together. We see how diversity in our schools and communities unifies us towards a common goal. PTA, as said earlier, is the largest volunteer voice for child advocacy nationally and in Utah. Utah PTA has the motto of "Every child, one voice." It brings together families with children, teachers, and school administrators as a collective voice, and the power of a united people is a powerful force. Salt Lake City schools participating in PTA are carrying out a great and marvelous work. They help stock student food pantries, host family engagement nights, showcase student art galleries, fund field trips, and so much more. Our volunteers are helping with picture day, vision screenings, field trips, classroom support, and advocating for public schools. There's a place for everyone in the PTA, and we are striving to create that place for people to be at and to develop common bonds that further local values and goals that strengthen family and community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, please come on up here. Just, yeah, you can come either side.
The teacher in the middle.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah. All right. This brings us to the public hearing section of our agenda. So these are specific proposals before the council that require a public hearing. Your comments should pertain to the item in the hearing. If you go off topic, we will ask you to stop your comment or go back onto the topic that we're discussing. Our meeting rules also apply to hearing comments as well. Please avoid disruptions or threats, or we will ask a staff member to assist you out of the meeting. Also, as a reminder, comments that include profanity, personal attacks, intimidation, or discriminatory language are not persuasive or compelling to the council. They're not helpful in creating a respectful or safe environment. To sign up to comment on any of the hearing items, please register online or turn in a comment card to one of our staff members. We will accept comments up until the hearing is closed. We will call names of commenters in order that they sign up. If you're on Zoom, please unmute your mic when your name is called. Each person will have 2 minutes. If you reach the 2-minute mark, the host will announce time and your microphone will be muted. If you need staff assistance in the room or on Zoom, please raise your hand and someone will speak with you. If you're having technical issues in Zoom, our staff member, Akshay, can assist you there. If you are unable to finish your comment, please share the rest of it via email, by mail, or by calling our office. Contact information is listed on slc.gov/council. If you have a handout for the council, please notify staff and they will assist you in passing it out to each one of us. All right. Our first public hearing is for item B1. This is for parking dimensions and off-road parking standards manual update.
Mr. Chair, may I have a moment of personal privilege first?
Oh, yes.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that very
All right.
much. So, everyone here in the room and online, and maybe people who in the future want to speak, but I just really want to say my gratitude for exercising your freedom of speech, exercising your right to petition your government, because those our freedoms are so valuable, and we cannot take them lightly. And it is, I would say, it is our duty, not only to our country and our city, but our neighborhoods, that we exercise these rights and we do it responsibly. And we must not be discouraged from doing so by those who want to silence us. And I say this because of the recent comments that Senator Mark Kelly made, and he was exercising his freedom of speech. And he was doing so also so he wouldn't be silenced by others. And I support his comments, and I support what he had to say. And it was important for me because as a retired military member, it's a service member's obligation to uphold their oath of office and to disobey unlawful orders. The senator is stating this important fact for a majority of the public to hear, because I don't think the majority of the public actually understands that. but it's also at the same time offering a timely reminder to those who do serve that this is one of their responsibilities. Service members, besides their oath to the Constitution, are bound by the Uniform Code of Military Justice, UCMJ, and by rules of engagement, which all depends on what theater you're in. And these directives are written to maintain disciplined force in carrying out their mission. Obeying lawful orders is essential to carrying out your mission. Obeying unlawful orders is counterproductive and dangerous. This is why service members are obligated to refuse them. It is their legal and ethical duty to disobey unlawful orders. It's their legal and ethical duty to disobey unlawful orders. And that's not an easy task to do, but it's so vital for our country and our military. And I just wanted to make this point that for these reasons, I'm supporting Senator Kelly's, his remarks, and the ongoing investigation of the actions taken in the Caribbean. So thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilmember Dugan. I appreciate that and join you in supporting Senator Kelly. Okay, let's go to our first public hearing item, which is an ordinance for parking dimensions and off-street parking standards manual update. Before we take comments on that, we're going to have Nick Tarbett from council staff give us a brief intro on the topic. Go ahead, Nick.
This proposed ordinance relates to parking dimension and off-street parking standards. The proposal would clarify driveway parking eligibility for residential dwellings, expand tandem parking allowances, codify the off-street parking standards manual, and align city parking requirements with recent state statute changes.
Okay. Who is our first public commenter?
Mr. Chair, we do not have anyone registered to speak to this item.
Okay. Is there anybody here who wishes to speak to this item? All right, then I'll look for a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move that the council close the public hearing and adopt.
I have a motion, second?
Second.
Okay, I have a motion from Councilmember Pui, a second from Councilmember Dugan. Is there any discussion? Okay, we'll go ahead and vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, then that is unanimous with one council member present, I think.
Two.
Well, but one's
I
voting.
think we heard, just so that the record's clear, I think Councilmember Lopez Chavez voted remotely. I couldn't tell if Councilmember Mono was able to vote.
Me neither.
I know he joined remotely, but Councilmember Mono, I know sometimes you're in a spot where you can't turn on your microphone. So if you can, will you clarify if you voted? Or you could send me a text and I could clarify for the record.
Okay. For now, we're going to say it was 5-0 with two council members not present. Okay, that takes us to item B2, which is Water Conservation and Land Use Element General Plan Amendment to Plan Salt Lake. And before we take...
Sorry, really quickly, we just heard from Councilmember Mono. He indicated in the chat that he is a yes. So
Okay, great.
we can work with the recorder to make sure that that is reflected in the minutes.
Okay, so that would be, last vote was 6-0 with one council member not present. Brian Fulmer, go ahead and give us an intro to this topic.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is a proposed amendment to Plan Salt Lake that would integrate the city's land use plans and the 2022 Water Conservation and Land Use Planning Plan. It would bring the city's general plan into compliance with Utah State Code, which requires integrating a water element into the plan by the end of this calendar year.
Okay. Thank you, Brian. We'll take our first public commenter.
Mr. Chair, we do not have anyone registered to speak to this item.
Is there anyone present that wants to speak to this item? Okay, then I'll look for,
Mr. Chair, I move that the council close the public hearing and adopt the ordinance.
Second.
I have a motion from Councilmember Dugan and a second from Councilmember Young. Any discussion? Seeing none, we'll go ahead and vote. All in favor?
Aye.
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 And then could someone who is in the Zoom tell us if Councilmember Mono has indicated anything in the Zoom chat? Okay, thank you, Scott. In the chat, Councilmember Mono is a yes on this as well.
Okay, so that is 6-0. Councilmember Petro absent. We'll go ahead and move to item B3, 2025 Water Conservation Plan. Same thing, except this time we've got Austin Kimmel who's going to introduce the topic. Go ahead.
Thanks, council members. This is a public hearing about the city's 2025 Water Conservation Plan. The plan was prepared by the Department of Public Utilities as required by the Utah Conservation Plan Act. The plan will guide Salt Lake City's water conservation efforts to ensure a reliable future water supply. It establishes water conservation goals and addresses challenges anticipated by growth and the impacts of climate change. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We'll take our first public comment.
Mr. Chair, we do not have anyone registered to speak to this item.
Or not.
Mr. Chair, I move that the council close the public hearing and approve the resolution adopting the 2025 Water Conservation Plan as required by Section 73-10-32 Utah Code.
Second.
I have a motion from Councilmember Dugan, a second from Councilmember Lopez Chavez. Any discussion? Seeing
Mr.
none-
Chair,
Oh, yes.
I apologize that I am virtual. I just wanted to recognize the work that Public Utilities has done. This is a very important plan, and many of the District 4 residents and Salt Lake City residents are very supportive of this, especially as the plan acknowledges the consistent drought that we face, the water infrastructure that we often discuss, and the dire need for us to conserve and flow back into the Great Salt Lake. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
All right, thank you, Councilmember Lopez Chavez. Any other discussion? Okay, we'll go ahead and vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And I'm an aye as well. And we'll just see if we've got,
Scott, can you, okay. Councilmember Mono just sent me a text message indicating he is a yes.
great. So that is 6-0 as well. Let's move on to, we have no potential action items. Okay, so now we are at general comments and questions for the mayor. Are there any questions for the Chief Administrative Officer who's here in the mayor's place tonight? Jill, thank you for being here. All right, thank you. We are now at the general comment portion of the agenda. This section is for public comment on any city business not scheduled for a hearing. It's limited to a maximum of 1 hour and to only those individuals who registered to speak before 7:30. Our meeting rules, which is not even here yet, so you still got 5 minutes. Let's see. Our meeting rules apply to general comments, so please avoid disruptions or threats. Otherwise, we'll ask a staff member to assist you out. If you don't have you get 2 minutes. If you don't have time to finish all your comments, you please send those to us as well via email or our 24-hour comment line. I think we're good. We just went over all these rules, so I think we all remember. All right. First general comment.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. There are 3 people registered. The first will be Jacob Johnson, followed by Keiko Jones, and then Bernie Hart. Jacob is here in person.
Jacob.
Hello there, my name is Jacob Johnson, resident of Salt Lake City. My wife takes Beck Street to work in Bountiful every day. Recently, Salt Lake City decided that drivers at, quote, major intersections of ingress and egress to and from the city, like Beck Street, close quote, are to be searched using automated license plate readers, henceforth ALPR, cameras. According to a 2020 court case, with enough cameras in enough locations, the historic location data from an ALPR system would invade a reasonable expectation of privacy and would constitute a search, as prohibited by the Fourth Amendment. In this case, the court ruled that 2 cameras on a bridge separating two cities did not result in a Fourth Amendment violation. However, within Salt Lake City, we have 28 cameras, according to a website dedicated to raising awareness about the threats ALPR surveillance poses to personal privacy and civil liberties. On my way to my parents' house, I passed two cameras. I passed two cameras on a drive to the grocery store. Already, Salt Lake City exceeds the level of surveillance, which just 5 years ago was only considered constitutional after 40 pages of deliberation in this court case. In June, Austin, Texas ended their ALPR surveillance contract over privacy concerns. APD attributed to the cameras 165 arrests, 133 prosecutions, and the recovery of one missing person. Remember that Austin has a population over 4 times that of Salt Lake City, and that our baseline number of arrests per year is already over 10,000. Hence, by relying on mass surveillance, we are not sacrificing privacy for safety, as the adage warns against, but rather throwing away privacy with negligible improvement to public safety. I won't even mention cases in which innocent citizens have been falsely accused or stalked by government personnel. I've already emailed a dozen such news reports to Councilmember Chris Wharton. My plea to my city is rely on traditional policing methods instead of AI mass surveillance. If mass surveillance cameras are to be used, I demand zero retention of data for which no warrant exists. If mass surveillance cameras are to be used, use an open source in-house camera solution rather than putting Salt Lake City at the mercy of subscription payment solution such as Flock Safety, LiveView Technologies, or another third party that is known for shady installation, data security, and billing practices.
Time.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for emailing me your comments. I will get back to you. Thanks. All right.
Next will be Keiko Jones, followed by Bernie Hart. Keiko's here in person.
Good evening, council members. You know what? I'm not complaining about anything today. So I had an opportunity to go to county council meetings to speak up against the closure of yet another senior center in Salt Lake City. And Eva, thank you so much for having been there with us. Anyway, after those meetings, it's so good to see you. And I wanted to see more faces today. But I really appreciate the some programs the city offers to bring the communities together, like Love Your Block, food equity, microgrant. They're just a few examples. Sense of community and social connection, those are important for everyone. But as you grow old and start losing loved ones like spouse and friends, it becomes more important to have that connection so that we won't be isolated. So I appreciate the city's programs, and I just ask you guys to be nice to seniors whenever and wherever possible, because we today are you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Keiko.
And next will be Bernie Hart, who's here in person.
It's been a while. First of all, I want to thank Councilperson Dugan for letting me know I have a right to speak my mind. And so, yes, it's a concern to everybody, so thank you. It is important. And on that note, I had to step up, and this isn't why I came, but the security staff around City Hall, since we moved from the police station, our program, I think you're all aware of our program and what we do in the area, our work with the homeless. Since we left the police station and moved to the front of the building here, the security staff has been great to work with. They've been very cooperative, and it was a big shift and change, and yeah, so it's been great. I just want to let people know that if they're out of line, I'll say something, but when they do something good, they've been good. And I wanted to take an opportunity before I start talking about some of the stuff that not concerns me, but what I came for was to acknowledge the First UU Church up on 1300 East. They are out on the lawn 4 days a week with us, making coffee and burritos, and they make the coffees, and they warm the coffee up at home, and they make the burritos, and they're there every day, and they've been there 4 days a week for at least 4 years now, so they deserve a shout out. Our program was put together to explore an idea. It wasn't meant to be something that challenged, but in a way it did challenge, and it was meant to challenge because it was an idea, and new ideas challenge the status quo. And I've been frustrated over a number of years now in getting change to happen, and I really realize that that's probably the hardest thing for humans to do, is to change their perception of a problem.
That's time.
But
Sorry, that's time.
Thank you, Bernie. I hope you'll send us the rest of your comments via email. Next commenter?
That was the final registered commenter.
Okay. We can't do that.
She can.
Oh, yeah, she can. Yeah. No.
So
your wife can finish your comment for you.
can finish your comment.
Your wife can finish your comment for you. You can't speak again, but she could. Okay. I'm sure we can catch you after the meeting too. Thank you. Okay. Thank you to everybody who commented. We have no we have no unfinished business, and no new business, so that brings us to the consent portion of our agenda. I'll look for a motion.
Move for approval.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, I feel like we gained Councilmember Mono and lost Councilmember Lopez Chavez.
Chair, I'm an aye. Apologies.
Okay, there she is.
I missed the unmute, and so I typed it in the chat.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
So we have that passes with 6-0, and that we are adjourned. Unless, did you have something?
Will you let me allow me a moment of privilege?
Of course, yes,
Since
Councilmember
it's a
Pui.
short meeting.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I appreciate this second. Some of the comments here today, and it's almost like some of us said the names of some of you multiple times earlier today, and many of you came to the meeting, appeared to us. But to your earlier comments, Councilmember Dugan, and at times we disagree, and at times there are issues that splits us apart as a community, and it's beautiful to see that we are still here and commenting and building the city together, that we are able to sort our differences at different topics and let them aside and see each other at the eye and say, we're building this together. To your earlier comments, even though there are very few of us here today, I thank you for coming and thank you for being a bright light to us. While this business today wasn't the most exciting of the city business that we do here sometimes, it really is an important piece of what we do every day. So thank you. Bring a friend. Also, I was joking earlier today that sometimes we hear when people are upset about certain policies or discussions. We also love to hear when people are happy about things. So it will be nice to hear some more of that too. We need to hear the other things as well, of course. But I wanted to thank all of you for coming here today and commenting and participating of this meeting. So thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Pui. And unless there are any other points of personal privilege, Looked like you were raising your hand for a minute. Okay, good. Then we will stand adjourned. Thank you all.